Krabby Patty.
My name is Michelle, and I'm a first-time mom and a stay-at-home mom to a 5-month-old little boy named Augie.
They being silly.
And this is our nighttime routine. So of course, every night varies. Sometimes my husband will do some of these things that you're seeing, and sometimes it'll be me. So on this particular night, we started off with bath time, and we don't do bath time every night just because my son has pretty bad eczema.
He wants his Gigi. I'm back.
Every night before bed, I do try to read him a book. My husband read him Goodnight Goon, and I have a theory that this is his favorite book because this is the one book where if he is going to pay attention and not fuss too much, it's usually going to be with this book. During the day, me and my son set up our little play area in the living room. I just kind of pushed the ottoman out of the way and set up his play mat and his toys, and this is pretty much where we hang out for most of the day. So every night, I clean that up and just kind of reset the living room. Obviously, one of the things about having kids is you can't really be lazy. And let me just tell you, your girl can be a little lazy, not gonna lie. So I'm trying to get into the habit of cleaning up the living space and the kitchen, doing the dishes every single night before I go to bed. If I don't make the conscious effort to do this every night, then I'm probably gonna just put it off, leave it for the morning, whether it be letting the dishes pile up or leaving a mess in the living room. So since having my son, I have been getting a lot better about being less lazy and creating these routines for myself, because I know that I'm gonna feel much better in a clean space. When it comes to exercise, I usually go to a Zumba class twice a week. The instructor put the class on a hiatus. This has forced me to get back into working out at home with my dumbbells. I do really prefer cardio. I know strength training is really good for the body too, so trying to get back into that. And also postpartum Pilates on YouTube. For my strength training workouts, I follow this girl on Instagram. Her name is Caitlin, and she has a bunch of workouts on her Instagram page. That's what I'm doing tonight. I'm doing one of her arm workouts. And then she also has YouTube videos as well. I did her YouTube videos all throughout 2020 during COVID. She has really great workouts. So I'm just doing this in front of the TV, watching Below Deck, just to kind of keep it entertaining and get through the workout. And it goes by fairly quickly with something to watch. With these workouts, I don't keep it too strict. So if there's like a certain move that I don't want to do, for example, I'm just never going to do a burpee. That's not happening. So I'll just swap out that move that I don't want to do with one that I would prefer to do, just to keep the workout more enjoyable so I can actually get through it and get it done. The kitchen has always been my least favorite part of the house to clean, but I've been on a roll with getting it cleaned up every night before bed, and this has made all the difference for the morning time. My favorite time of day is the morning when I make my breakfast and my coffee, and it's so much nicer doing that in a tidied out clean kitchen. I'm sure that's very obvious to most people, but you know, we're fighting laziness here, and I'm changing my habits. The one thing that has really kept me on top of the dishes is having all these bottles and bottle parts to clean up because we were hand washing them every time. That got really old, so I'll put them in the dishwasher and then we start it every single night. That really helps with making sure the sink isn't getting piled up with dishes as well. we like to prep some bottles before going to bed. My son wakes up about 1 to 2 times a night. We'll feed him usually about those times. Sometimes he'll take a pacifier and fall back to sleep. Sometimes he won't. So if that's the case, then I know that he's probably hungry and not just wanting some comfort. So I like to have some bottles prepped and then have like 1 or 2 ready for the morning as well. And then it's time for me to get washed up and ready for bed. Another habit that I'm trying to stick to, which I don't always do, is flossing every night. I'm terrible at flossing. I hate doing it, but I'm trying to get better at it. I got into bed on this night. I wrote out a to-do list for the next day, which I don't do that every night. I was just feeling a little protected that day. And then after that, I laid down and read my book. So this night, I think I got in bed at 9:30. And after all that productivity, I realized that I didn't eat dinner. So my husband went and got me some soup. I ate soup in bed, and then we had some ice cream. And then I had to get up, brush my teeth again. By then, I think it was probably like 11. So that has been my typical nighttime routine. I want to try and post a video about every 2 weeks or so. My next one will probably be what me and my son do during his wake windows. So if you're into mom content like that, feel free to subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.